should be the north spawn or the alpha
All
spawn,
right,
and they
there it
are.
is. All right, so guys on my stream, you're going to have to disregard the score. I have no idea why, but the stream helper refuses to do things useful right now, so I'm going to have to fix it in
Do
between
you
games.
do you want to keep focusing on it while I start us off? I can do that.
Honestly, Zath, I'm not sure I know how to fix it right now. So for now, I'm just going to say, guys, I apologize. It's actually 1-1. You're going to have to live with it, but the team names are at least correct. So run with that.
Okay. All right. Do you want green or do you want red?
Take green, Zath. Take green. Talk to us about
Damn
the
it.
air lineup.
Okay. I was hoping I could go for red. All right. We have Ohio and Yamato. For battleships, we've got Des Moines, Moscow, Venezia, and Yashi for our cruisers. Oh, as well as a Salem, and a Gearing and a Daring for our destroyers. So there's our flank cruiser with that Yoshino Venezia pair. As you can see, they're kind of moving off in that direction towards the west. And it looks like Salem is going for, I'm guessing he's heading towards the sea cap.
All right, opposing them from the south, we have NOM, bringing Montana and Conqueror, Des Moines, Moscow, double Stalingrad. Haven't seen a whole lot of Stalin this event, Zath. Gearing, Daring, and
yeah.
Vampire 2.
So Stalingrad, we talked about this yesterday a little bit. Stalingrad, of course, with the commander skill rework, now it can have 4 fires. Of course, it's a super cruiser, so it burns longer. On top of that, the Stalingrad radar duration has been nerfed by, what, 10 seconds? So I think teams are looking at it and saying, I'd rather bring a Moskva, I get more utility out of that because of that radar. But
Indeed.
Nam's like, well, why not just bring both? And how about a Conqueror, dude?
You remember, Zath, we saw a lot of Conqueror last King of the Sea, or at least it was starting to become more popular. We certainly saw a decent chunk of it on the EU side of the fence. And it's we had, you and I had some speculative talk about back then about, are we going to see more of it on the NA side? And we kind of didn't. But
No.
maybe we'll see some of it here today. I don't know. Early Stalingrad shells seeking Burhasius' Moskva, but Bruhl cuts the throttle, turns in, nothing doing. Nunya, I love the name, Zath. Nunya on his Daring on the bottom of the B, looking like he's going to grab that very quickly. Blame Bagel's Vampire Deuce working the C cap as Spider's Gearing is headed over to A for Nom. It looks like they're going to pick up a lot of board control very quickly.
Beckles just took a big hit from Yamato, Queen Anne's Revenge, at long range. Again, there's that 25 millimeter front deck armor, or front bow armor.
Well, I mean, it's
upper bow armor.
Right. I mean, Yamato can auto bounce shells if they hit low enough, but if they don't, well, that sucks for you.
Yep.
And now, Sophia's Venezia is dropping SAP shells onto the Moskva's deck here, and it's interesting. Like I remember the first season that Venezia came out. I loved playing Venezia in clan battles, Zath, because you could just beat the bejesus out of Stalins and Moskvas with those SAP guns.
Right, because SAP shells will penetrate 50 millimeters of armor. Now, interestingly, that means against a Kremlin, not so good. But
not so good, but fabulous against those Russian supercruisers.
That's right.
Now,
coming out.
Blame Bagel's Vampire took a ton of damage to get into this position. He does own the C, will be picking up the C cap, it looks like. But, man, he gave up a lot of health to get there. Is now they're going to pick him up on Hyperion Salem radar, see if they can get the reset.
I don't know. It'll be close.
It's going to be close. They do. Barely at the last possible second. David's Gearing does pick up the reset there. But Bagel's got to be careful because if you push him too far backward, Burhasius' Moskva's right there waiting for him. Bagel's in definitely a bad position here. He's kind of hung out.
Yeah.
Although there are some Stalingrad shells. He's getting a little bit of help from the Stalingrad to his south now. Well, he's smoking because the radar's got to go down eventually, and he figures why not. But I mean, 20...
Yeah, but the problem is...
2,300 HP.
Now he doesn't see David, and that's what I'm getting at. With him smoking, he actually blinded himself and his team.
Yeah, that's true.
Until now, okay, Stalingrad is able to see him now because of, the bloom from the gunfire. Blame Angel, though, surviving this.
Yeah, Bagel on just less than 1,600 HP. He should be able to pick up the C cap. It's going to depend on the timing of Burhasius' Moskva radar, he's taking blind salvos now, doesn't get the reset.
Makes sense. Makes absolute sense. He's got to know this guy's low. Rainmaker taking some hits now.
Gunfight at B as Gran Eureka's daring is going to lose about half his HPs. He tries to move it in contest, but just a little less than 5 minutes into the game, and NOM owns all the caps here on North. Really aggressive,
Wow.
really aggressive early play from them. I like this, Saf. I love seeing
Mm.
teams that force that early initiative and make a team like look at. I mean, AR now has to respond. They have to do something. The game will be over in minutes if they just sit, right? And they can't afford to
Now,
sit.
yeah, Blaine Bagel detected. He's going out momentarily. How did he get spotted? Must have been radar from Hyperion's T-Rex.
I think they're finally. No, I think they already blew that one. This is going to be Moskva radar. They are down a ship to pick up that board control, and it does mean
Yes,
that
was Moskva radar.
Nom's gonna pick up some more points off the C cap, right? Because it's going to be a couple of bits before AR can orient themselves to get in there.
Now, yesterday, NOM was responsible for GGWP being knocked out of the bracket.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting. Obviously, how are they going to be able to do at this point now, down one ship, but with all three caps?
I mean, again, I come back to, do you remember, oh gosh, it's got to have been more than 2 years now, but the old school 007 mindset, mentality, when they would build a team lineup, right? When all they had during that stretch of the King of the Seas that they won in a row, they would bring lots of destroyers, usually 3, 1 to every cap. The goal being to pick up as many caps early to put pressure on the opponent. And we're seeing basically that exact same sort of thing here. And I love, big hit right through Brahasius' bow from Mahara's Montana.
Jeez.
Or Madra? Something like that. I'm getting it wrong and I apologize. I mean, AR has given up a ton of health. They've given up a ton of health for this 9-line position. They're continuing to give it up. Although I will admit, Jetwaters' Des Moines could be in a little bit of trouble here. He's got a pretty good angle for the Ohio, but he doesn't get as much out of it as you would think. I guess some of those were bounces or overpins. No. But Rainmaker in real trouble here for a battleship. 7 minutes in, he's under 20,000 and still falling.
I gotta say, it's very interesting to see the aggressive play here, and I'm curious, are they going to be able, is AR going to be able to turn this around? Although Rainmaker, look at Rainmaker.
So I'm telling you, Rainmaker's going out now. They beat the crap out of Jets Des Moines, and there he goes. So it's a bit of a trade, but I don't like that trade for AR, man. I don't like it. It does allow them to move up onto the C cap. And you see David's gearing wrapping around the top of C. They are going to be able to stick their nose into this cap and start making some progress. Look over at A, Zath. Right. You've got Grand's fairly low deering charging Spider Keegan's gearing. If there's a radar over there, that could be the end of Grand Eureka, but it doesn't look like they have one available. Falling Horse's Stalingrad is too far back to pick him up on radar.
Well, and for good reason. I mean, he's got a Venezia Yoshino and a Yamato coming his way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be kiting out too.
Yes, agreed. But again, 8 minutes into this game, NOM has a 400-point lead. And there they go. It just got bigger. They do pick up the Des Moines. They got him with the Conga Torps, Seth. They got him with the Conga Torps at B. That's amazing. I love it. And so now, again, over a 500-point lead now for NOM, 8.5 minutes into this game. I have to wonder, we don't have the access to the cap timer mod anymore that tells us how long the game is going to run. But I have to wonder if they could legit just win the game on one cap.
I mean, it would be kind of funny to see them all just... I mean, they're all pointed to the 10 line, or to the J line anyway, except for the Montana. But yeah, if they all just... and the Moskva too. If they all just hit their autopilot and tab out of the game for a bit.
They could literally... right now, certainly they're not overly concerned about the A cap, right? They know... I mean, look at what's on that side of the board, right? It's a gearing and a Stalingrad against essentially what amounts to 3, possibly as many as 4 enemy ships. They aren't going to take A. They don't need A. But they do have the forces available to make a play and certainly put some pressure on AR over at C.
Look at C.
Those could be really good gearing torps. He's seeing them now.
He's still going to move forward.
He's still going to take at least 3. If not, he's going to take 3.
He's got 3.
Solid hits. Two of
Yeah.
them on the belt, one of them in the stern.
Great torpedo salvo by David there. Not only did he
Oh,
get the cap, but he
Zath.
also did some damage.
Zath, look at
What
what
are we looking at, sir?
look at Nunya. Look at Nunya.
Uh-huh.
Look at
Uh-huh.
Nunya. I love this play. This is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be awesome.
And David's detected. I think
David
that's
is
off of
detected.
radar.
I
Yes.
believe that is Moskva radar. Yes,
Freckles.
sir.
It is Freckles' radar.
Yep. They
So
wanted
you
to
can
know
see
where he
Nunya
was.
now. Nunya now is in a position to just stop here and wait. And that's exactly what he's doing. And I think he's just gonna back up and just
He is. That's
casually
exactly what I would
assassinate
do.
David.
That's what I would do. The radar has now expired. David's now, with the radar expiring, David apparently seeming to think he's free now to move into the cap. Nunya's actually going to keep moving up the channel here. I liked it better when he was going to sit there and assassinate the gearing Zath. Oh,
Yeah,
they
and
get the
meanwhile-
Montana. That's a big
Meanwhile,
kill.
while that was going on, 2v1 on the Montana goes
Big
down.
kill.
Feels
Big
bad.
kill. Yeah, AR needed that kill.
That's
They needed those
unfortunate.
points.
Mobius wasn't in a position to help. I'm surprised that he went the way he did. I thought he would have been staying on that side just to make sure that that flank is locked down. Instead, choosing to go for the cap.
Bit of an aggressive
So-
Moskva play here from Faisals, I guess is how you would say it. Something like that.
Freckles.
Feckles, there you go.
Freckles.
Moving up now. He's going to go camp the B cap. He's going to make sure they don't lose control of that cap. But again, down a ship now. Things look a lot bleaker because now it's just the Stalingrad versus the Salem and the Moskva over at sea. I'm not sure how you get back into sea. They have a whole lot of firepower here. But, I mean...
You don't.
Yeah. So
Ocean Liner taking some torpedoes from the gearing as well in the Conqueror.
So now it comes down, can you win on one cap, Zath? You've got plenty of time on the clock. If you can keep them out of B, is it enough? I think it is.
No, I don't think it's enough. I don't think
think
you
it is.
play it like it's enough.
I think it
I don't
is.
think you want to
Spider,
play it like it's enough.
Spider getting some
But
shells onto
look
Grand
at-
Eureka. This could be
Yeah,
huge. If they can get
exactly.
Grand, that's more points on the way. 700. He's fishing now. They can't see him. He's guessing.
No, they can't.
Oh, man.
They can't.
My kingdom for a radar.
But yeah, like I've seen so many clan battles and regular games. You think that you're gonna win, and you just don't. The math is wrong. That sometimes the mod's a little off. There's a kill that you don't expect. You don't expect you're gonna lose a ship, and then it happens. I would not recommend playing it like you're gonna win. Look at
Yeah.
Mobius now. He
I
just
don't
needs
know.
to inch a little bit farther into Stalingrad, and then there it is. Drop anchor. That's all he's got to do.
Now,
But look at Brahesius' Moskva. He's
They
going to
know
come right up along
this
the
is a
side of him.
Honestly, he's either going to go for the close pass or the ram. Either is acceptable. It looks like he's going to go for the ram, and I think that's the right play. You've got a ship lead now. The trade is acceptable. HE shells.
HE?
Mobius's
Question
last
mark?
salvo going downrange. HE at the Yoshino. He does get about 5 or 6K out of it.
Question mark.
Solid
Big ram.
Solid ram there. Again, that leaves AR kind of closing the gap. I mean, I say that, but again, it's you're up for NOM. They're coming up on the 900 point mark. They've pushed Spider up onto the cap. They have no way to spot Spider other than face spotting him with Grand Eureka's daring,
Right.
and that's going to get Grand killed.
That's correct. Meanwhile, speaking of getting killed, Yoshino at 2,000 hit points. Nunya Turtle
Oh,
now
that's a
in
big
the channel.
They need those points. There
In
it is.
smoke.
There it is.
Does the job.
NOM now 50 points from a win. They can easily win on just the B cap alone. All they have to do is sit in B and don't let it go away. If they can put any pressure on these guys by I mean, Grand can't get spotted. If they kill Grand, the game's over.
Right.
Some
Queen
good
Anne's Revenge, though, might take some torpedoes.
Looks like he's going to take at least one, maybe two. Stern's turning's taking two. One in the stern, one in the belt. The Venezia trying to push the gearing off, but again, we're 30 points from a NOM win here. When they win, that's it. They're moving on in the losers bracket, and AR's tournament will come to a close.
That's right. Beckles now, torpedoes on the face. Is that enough to kill him? He's gonna Nope.
He's going to take one. No, look at that. Oh, what a move. Well done. That's it, Zath. I don't see it. They've got to get into the cap. They've got to get into the B cap to stop it, and they can't because the Moskva is right here.
Nope.
It's not going to happen, Zath. NOM's going to win this game and this match.
That's it. It's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. So NOM will move on
Indeed, they
into
will.
the
They stay
losers
alive.
bracket.
They're staying alive in the losers bracket. But AR's tournament draws to a close here. NOM stays alive. Well, let me set the winner. Let's see if it'll let me set the winner. Since the stinking thing is not working any other way. All right. Well, so here's the thing. I'm not even getting the NOM logo. I'm getting the old Buenos Noches logo. But I'm not. What a mess right now. The stream helper is so messed up right now. Wow.
Well,